So many AI things coming out. So many. Anyways, today we got something, I want to say a little different, but I've been slowly starting to see a bunch of these coming out, and we've actually reviewed a couple of different ones. And it's not your traditional like motorcycle gadget, but it's a productivity tech device that kind of caught my eye. This is the Plaud NotePin, which is a wearable AI memory capsule note taker built to capture your conversations, notes, images, and audio, then transcribe them, summarize them, and give you smart insights in regards to them. So, what is the Note Pin exactly, which is this right here? Well, across its website, you'll see it described as a compact wearable AI device that you can clip to your shirt, wear as a necklace or wristband, or maybe just pin it on your lapel. Its job is to make sure you don't miss anything important in meetings, lectures, brainstorming sessions, or even day-to-day creative work. So if you're just kind of like me, you work by yourself and you just talk out loud, maybe it could become useful, I guess. Anyways, here's what it promises. One press recording so you can instantly start capturing audio. Then it layers in text notes, image capture, and highlighting key moments so that AI knows what actually matters by kind of listening to what's going on, I guess. It supports transcription in 112 languages, includes speaker labels, again, so you know who said what, custom vocabularies and templates for summarizing meetings, lectures, or conversations. It's actually built with data security and privacy in mind, so you can check their website for all their different kind of compliance things. And the design, as you can see here in the box, is ultra light, coming in at about 16.6 grams. So you can pretty much wear it without feeling bulky. I'm going to try to wear it today just to see what it does. Anyways, in this video, I'm going to unbox this Note Pin, show you what's included in the box, look at the build, the design, and then we'll walk through the setup and some first impressions. And then later on today, I'll share my honest thoughts about how it worked, I guess, who I think this may be best suited for, and whether it's actually something that's worth your actual attention. I guess let's kind of jump into this. Okay, let's crack this fella open, shall we? Nice little thin box. So again, it's box wise, seems a professional, seems well put together. A nice box. I do like this. Whenever I see these little handy pull tabby things, I'm always like quality. I don't know if it's true, but you know, some people pay a lot of money for things that are expensive. I don't know. Anyways, here it is. Once I get this box open. Okay. So these are this things to put, how to wear. So you have a magnetic pin, I guess, that you can wear here, the clip, right? So is that it? It seems to be. This must be your magnetic. I'm wearing it today. Hopefully I don't lose it, right? So this, if you've ever used, like I have it right here actually, like an Insta360 camera, which is magnetic, right? You can get the little things that sit underneath your shirt, and then this, of course, magnets to it, so you can wear it. This is kind of the same premise, yeah? So I'm guessing, is that it? Or is that the magnet? That must be the magnet. That must be it. Because I'm like, there's no way so yeah. So this, yes, right? So it won't go backwards. It's very solid. You guys can see that, I hope. Right? That's good. That's solid for sure. You gotta have your charger. Oh, you do have a traditional, right? So if I wanted to just wear that, maybe I would use that one. Put that one there. And then again, ready? Oh, fail. Oh, that's unfortunate. There it is. Okay, so good. And clip, clip, clip. This is gonna be your charger. Okay, charger. And this. Now, my guess is there's a manual here somewhere. What's in here? Okay, so this is L charger. Is it any kind of proprietary charger? No, just USB-C. Excellent. I like that. So I'm gonna give this a quick charge anyways. So this, you'd slide off that. It's got little connector things here. That's magnetic as well, right? USB-C right there. Do I have a USB? I do, but it's whatever, not for now. Okay, so that's what this comes with. That basically, when you think about it, there's your manual. What does it come with? It comes with those 4 pieces, right? That's your 4 pieces. Now this has to have, that's your 5 pieces. 5 pieces. It's got to have an app. Yes? Yes, there it is. Okay, so it's got to have an app. So let's app it up. Okay, actually, no. Let's come here. It's a day for sure, and we're gonna scan this. Ready, camera. Okay, it's somewhere right there. Here we are. You guys can see it. I'm gonna download it, but this is the app, Ploud. Ploud, and I'm gonna have this record me all day. Now, it did get a 4.8 star rating. That's good. Okay, that seems good. You don't usually, a lot of times you see these apps come up and you're like, yeah, it's super cool, and then the app is like 0.3 stars. And I'm like, oh, okay, oh, that's worrisome. But this one's doing all right. My battery is taking a hit today. All right, open. Here we go. Ready? Ploud. Continue with my Google. Yep. So you do have to sign in. You do have to have an account, which I guess makes sense. I'm sure hoping that there's some kind of privacy on this. But you do have to. So welcome to Ploud, or education, research, retail, health, telecommunications, professional services, technology, software. What field are you in? I am in, I don't know. I'm going to put media. There we are. Media. What do you do? What do you do? I do content, and I don't do any of this. I don't do any of this. I do content analytics. Sure. What is your role? I don't know. I am a individual contributor. Sure. Privacy at the core. Enable private cloud syncing. Add NotePin. That's what I have. Yes, NotePin. So I'm doing this one. Allow. Press and hold this here button. So this goes this way. What button? This one? Or maybe I have to go off the charger. Charge if not turning on. Ready? Hold on. Okay. Because it doesn't seem to, like it doesn't seem to have a clicky button. Do I have to have a bottom to it? Does it matter? Device not found. Okay, I'm going to charge this and we'll be right back. Hold on. Just bear with me. Okay, so just for fun sakes, I did just put it on the charger. So we're going to try again. See if anything happens. Oh, there it is. See? Boom. So connect. My guess, possibly firmware updates. Maybe there's some kind of magic happening here. I don't even know. Ready to use. Okay. Sure. Start my 7-day unlock. See, it's gonna make me do cancel at any time. This is possibly my issue. So if I said start this, okay, capture this, yes, to cancel any time, but I want to cancel like right away. I don't want to think about it, right? I don't want to think about those worry me, right? So welcome to Ploud. How to use Ploud? Okay. Recording. Multi-dimensional summary. Sounds crazy. Okay. Anyways, this is all set up. We do have, here's the device. Is there any firmware? It is charging. Firmware update. There we go. Oh, look, that was fast. That was super fast. Transferring update to it. So anyways, I'm going to do the update. I'm going to get this charged up full. I'm going to use it for the afternoon. And then we'll come back and I'll kind of let you know my thoughts on it and who may want this and who may just be like, Okay, so quickly back right now. And yeah, I even went and got my haircut. And we'll talk about that in a minute. But first off, before I left and let it charge for, I don't know, maybe an hour before I actually went out. So a few things to kind of realize, when you're wearing it, if you tap on it, right, you'll see it kind of takes a minute, but it powers on it. It's a little light right there. And then you click and you hold it, it'll go red. And that red kind of says that, hey, we are now recording. So I really want to think of this, right? You see how it's red right there? See, it goes red, right? So I really want to think of this more as almost just as a microphone, right? This is a microphone right here. This piece. It's kind of just, that's what it is. A microphone that's with a bit of storage on it, right? I'm just going to put it back on the charger. And then what happens is, of course, it has to upload to the app, which then pushes it up to the cloud, which at that point in time, the cloud does the actual work, right? It actually takes that recording, transcodes it, and goes through and runs AI on it, et cetera, et cetera. But it is kind of cool. And that's why I just kind of am like, you know, this microphone part, the microphone part, yes, it's cool because, you know, you can hide it and you can kind of put it on your clothes, or if you had a meeting, you could just take this and kind of put it in between both people, and then it really gets a better pickup of the two of you. Um, Today, for instance, I wore it actually inside my hoodie so that, you know, nobody could even see that it was there, and I was getting it just to record. I don't know how that is with privacy, but it, you know, wasn't recording names or anything important like that. But uh, it does kind of put it into a kind of a neat category. Anyways, you know, what I did was I actually went on YouTube and I listened to a Stephen Colbert interview with Ben Stiller, and I had it running, so it was listening. So I was like, I want to see how it does if this was a conversation, right? Just a conversation it was picking up. And you'll actually see it has the audio right here, right? And it comes up ready to generate. Do you want to generate this? And I can say, yeah, I do. I want to generate, right? Auto generate. So cool. I say generate now. And now you wait, right? And this is where I'm saying the device doesn't really do anything except, again, be storage and a microphone, right? That's kind of what this does. It syncs with this, and then it comes here and uploads and generates. So now we wait. And this is the part that, again, can take a little bit of time because, you know, if you have, I don't know, I had one that was 44 minutes, which I'll show you after. It took a fair bit of time for it to generate the actual result, I guess, of the conversation. So you'll see this in a second here. All right, I think I got it. There we go. See? So 1024 interview, Ben Stiller at the end, Ed Sullivan legacy and documentary about Nothing Is Lost. So it is actually really cool how it takes. If you guys want to, you can kind of go watch the actual interview on the Late Show with Stephen Colbert's YouTube channel. It says, right, interviewee Ben Stiller, the interviewer. I guess nobody actually said his name, but it says insert name. So, like, I could say, you know, it was Stephen Colbert. Maybe you can see back there. But look, viewpoints. Talks about number one, the legacy of Stiller and Mira and the Ed Sullivan Show. Goes through, I talked about the launch pad, personal family ties to the theater. Number two is the documentary, the motivation rooted in grief, COVID, and the need to memorialize. So Stiller begins making the documentary after his father passed away during COVID. Um, Three, generational dynamics. So it is really cool because it takes all of these kind of points and kind of summarizes them, because this was, you know, it's a 10, 11, maybe a 10, 11 minutes, right? Of audio that it just kind of put into this little cohesive, you know, points here that you can be like, yeah, okay, that was cool, right? So it even has like conclusion, next arrangements. It has mind map. So if you want to come into a mind map, you can look at this, right? So you have your Stiller interview information, viewpoints, conclusion, next arrangement, what they're each broken down to. Super, super interesting. But here's a real life one. Is that I went I went to get my haircut, and when I was walking in to get my haircut, I decided to turn it on to try this out. Haircut appointment overview, location, barbershop visit with an on-spot availability, no prior appointment required. Service requested, haircut and wash, no beard trim. Yes, client information, me, my phone number, payment status. As I was talking to the barber, it's like my top length preference, my sides and blending preferences, my back details, my adjustments during the cut, my process notes and interaction, intake, preparation, cutting and styling, completion. It got, for the fact that it was just, I would have swore we probably said like 8 sentences to each other, but it came up with all kinds of data on this conversation. Plus, it was even hearing, there's a spot where it actually talks about multilingual stuff. It was actually was talking about there was a lot of languages kind of in the background, which there was. So I do think that's kind of cool. But the issue I have, not the issue, is that do you need this part, right? Yes, it's cool. Could you just download the app and let the app do it? I don't know, you know. I I just I don't know. I think for certain people, you're gonna really like this, and other people are gonna be like, I don't think I would ever use it. I don't need this kind of information going to get my haircut. You know what I mean? So let's talk about my thoughts after using this kind of for an afternoon. All right. So after spending the day with the NotePin, here are my thoughts. So who is this device for? Well, if you're a professional who constantly is attending meetings, you're giving lectures, you're doing interviews, or you're in a role where, you need to capture every detail, and every detail in that conversation matters. So, like sales, education, legal, medical, consultants. The Note Pen has a lot of appeal, and the wearable form factor makes it convenient, and the AI features are definitely compelling. The website claims users can save around 260 hours per year in post-meeting work. I don't know. Sure, I guess. Anyways, what I liked, the build and design are good. The fact that it's wearable in multiple ways, so like it has the clipped pin wristbands, that's kind of cool. Definitely a plus. The one press record and the ability to highlight key moments is pretty intuitive and saves time. It does support a lot of languages, and the transcription and summarization function seems to be pretty solid. Again, they talk about their security and privacy credentials, and again, they seem strong. I'm not an engineer, so I don't know if it's how that actually works. But the fact that it seems to handle sensitive material seems good. Now, what could be better, or what are some of the possible limitations? Well, the upfront cost is relatively high, around 159 US dollars. Could be higher depending on your region for the actual hardware. And on top of that, some of the actual advanced features like the Ask AI or things like that, they actually require subscription plans. So ongoing costs could also be a factor. If your workflow is already served by smartphone apps like built-in recording and transcriptions, then you may ask whether this dedicated device even adds enough value. So, you have your phone, which can seem to do much of it. So are you paying for a separate gadget when your phone may already do most of it? Maybe with different apps, but it may do it. So while it is wearable, it still requires you to remember to start recording. You have to sync and upload files and manage them. So there is still going to be some like overhead workflow. Battery life and upload speeds for large recordings, again, may be a little slower than ideal in some cases. So again, it all depends on your internet. If I had to sum it up, the Note Pin is a compelling device for the right usage case. So especially for like professionals who need to capture and organize spoken information efficiently, and they really value privacy, which we all should, let's be honest, and want a seamless wearable form factor, maybe. For casual use or for people who primarily rely on their phones for note taking, it may be more cost and device than you actually kind of need. And if you're asking me, uh, would I recommend it? Sure, if it aligns with your workflow and budget, but I would definitely caution to check the subscription model and your actual need for the extra AI and wearable features before you actually commit to something like this. So cool if you think you'll actually use it. Anyways, if you found this review helpful, drop a like, subscribe to the channel for more tech reviews. And if you have any questions about the Note Pin or want me to test something maybe specific, leave a comment below. And that's it. I'll catch you guys in the next one. All right, my friends, stay safe, stay curious, and I will see you guys next video. Later.